Hello everybody, welcome to Sure Shot Archery. Anthony here, and in this video I'm going to be testing out and giving you my review of the gas Bowstring Recurve Plus string. This is the one that Brady's shooting, and well, I got a lot of emails from you guys. So I went and approached Gas Bowstrings at the Vegas shoot, and they gave me a string to test. So there's no financial compensation or anything I'm receiving from them. I did get a string, but I did it so that I can share what I experience with you guys. So the one I'm going to be shooting is the Recurve Plus string, standard, small groove. That's for my biter, 1 Knox, or your Easton small groove Knox. This is a 67 and 1/8 inch string. I got a whole load of documentation here, or not really documentation, questions that you guys have sent me in emails regarding this string, and I'll do my best to answer as many as possible through my testing. Now, with the paper out of the way, let's open this up, see what we get with it. It's got a nice little container here. Bowstring comes put together, and the loops are held together with a paper clip. Works great. It does not come with Knox. I put Knox on it already, but looks pretty good. All the ends and stuff are nicely put together. Get a little Recurve Plus sticker, and I think this is some instructional information in here about the company and everything else, and the things that they cover. But I'll have links to Gas Bowstrings down in the description below, so you can get pricing and everything on the string, and you can make a decision for yourself. But let's get into actually testing this. I got to string up my bow now with this string, and we'll work on some of the basic stuff. We're going to see how much the string creeps. Was the string pre-stretched? How many shots is it going to take for it to stabilize? Because, just in general, you probably don't want to show up to a tournament and throw a brand new string on it. But it is also nice to know, when you put a brand new string on when you're practicing at home, because you shouldn't be doing this at a tournament, when you're practicing at home, how many arrows do I have to shoot on average to make sure the string is set, the brace height's basically set. So I'll be shooting some now. I'll show you my first shots out of the bow, and then I'll run through a series of shots, probably checking the brace height every 20 shots or so, until it seems like it's stable. And then I'll let it sit overnight too, because I'm going to shoot this across multiple days. So you're going to see a change of shirts and things, because it's going to be several days long, this video. Of course, I'm going to be only showing you the good stuff, so you don't have to sit here and watch me for countless hours. Alright, so I have the bow strung up now. Looks pretty good on here. And, under tension, checking it out. It's pretty clean, especially for, a mass-produced string. It's not like you're sitting there making one perfect string. I'm sure they make hundreds of these things. But overall, I think it's laid out pretty good. I wouldn't say it's any worse that I can do. When I make strings, I would say it's just as pretty as mine. If not, maybe even a little cleaner in some instances. It's interesting to see the two different colors on the tips of the limb here. You got the white, then we go into the black. Same thing for the top. A little bit of separation, but it's not going to come undone or anything. I think it looks pretty good. Obviously everybody's going to be their own judge on this, but so far, just the look of it, I'd be pretty happy if I wasn't somebody that made, if I wasn't making my own strings or had someone that made me strings, and I didn't want to invest all that time and money into it. This is a pretty good looking string, and it looks like it's well put together. So let's see how it shoots now. We might have to do a little camera adjusting. Let's see. Got to get all of my accessories on here. This will be fun. We're going to start this right at 70 meters, because why shoot 18 with a brand new string? We're going to go straight to 70. Should be fine. Famous last words. Yeah, you guys will be able to see me. It's probably a little bit too far that way, but we should be all right. Well, we're gonna adjust a little. All right, I'm a little more centered. We should be good to go. All right. Arrow number 1. Let's see, is the breeze? Breeze is gonna work with us. See how quiet it is. Ah, all right. That was good. Sounds good. Feels pretty good. Of course, that's the first shot, so we're gonna have to shoot many of these, but. I think the first shot was even a 9. I don't have a spotting scope right here, but yeah, I'll keep shooting with this, and I'll give you guys an update. I don't know if I'll do a visual update, a video update every 20 arrows or so, or if I'll just have it all written down, and we'll go from there. Well, I'll get back to you on that. Alright, excuse the hammering in the background. We get one nice day and the neighbors decide they're going to build a new shed. Figures, but that's his life. I think we should first cover just the fitment of the nock. I'll click it onto the spot in between my nocking points. But first let's click it onto a spot that I'm not normally clicking my arrow onto, so you can get an idea on the click. Alright. It's definitely got some tension. Pull back a little bit. Ooh. It comes off pretty good. This is not bad, especially if you're somebody that doesn't make their own strings and is really particular about your nock fitment. This is a pretty nice nock fitment in my opinion. Not on there too tight, not on there too loose. I guess you could argue that it could be a little looser. But again, pretty good from my experience. Now we'll try it where I'm actually nocking the arrow. Not that bad. I've raised manufacturer strings much higher to get arrows to come off. But yeah, I think it's holding pretty well. Center serm seems to be laid out pretty good. Looks pretty nice and tidy. Obviously, it's not going to come with nocking points. I added those on myself. As for the ends of the string, these two different colors, materials is an interesting thing. There's more information on that on Gas's website. I'm coming more at this from a, how does it function? Did it hold up? And would I actually shoot this type of angle, not the nitty gritty, they used, blah, blah, blah size halo on this part. We're not getting into those kind of details in this video, but the ends don't look terrible. You can see some minor separation between the white and the black. But it's not the end of the world. I've made some strings that look like that, but the ends lay nice. They're not all twisted up. Overall, it seems to be holding up quite well. I've shot this for about 2 weeks, and I actually this is going to be funny. This next part is going to be quite entertaining because I actually tried to test out the stretchiness of this string. But let's get back into that. Let me get my paperwork because I did do some math, did some testing on that aspect of it to try to see, is this string pre-stretched? Is it pre-stretched well? I got some interesting information to share with you on that. So that's next. So let's put the bow down. Grab our paperwork here. All right. So after my initial adjustment of the string to get it to the brace height that I prefer, which is 9 inches. I started shooting it. Every 20 arrows, I remeasured the brace height to see if it moved. So, with that, first 20 shots, it moved a 1/16 of an inch. So I added, I think I added about 3 twists to it. Got it back up to 9 inches because it stretched a little. Shot another 20 shots. It didn't move. So, pretty good. At that point, I had started shooting later in the day. So I'm like, you know what? We're just going to let the bow sit. We're going to let it sit. We're going to see if it stretches, just letting it sit. Because, I've made some strings at home where they stretch quite a bit. Maybe I was making them too long, but anyway, my personal strings sometimes stretch quite a bit. So I was like, well, this is a good test. So I let it sit there in my house. Sit there, just strung, seeing what it would do. 24 hours later, test the brace height again. It did not move. Interesting. So we had some time left in the day again, and I was like, all right, let's go and shoot some more arrows. Shot another 20 arrows, no change. Shot another 20 arrows, no change again. Okay, it doesn't seem to be moving. Let's go have it sit for another 24 hours. At this point, it's probably pretty clear it's not going to really move. Over time, very slowly probably, but it's not going to move. Another 24 hours. No movement in the string, no more stretching. Then shot some more arrows through it the following day. We're a couple days in now, and still no change. I can probably put 1 twist in it now, but I've been shooting it for almost 2 weeks here. I've been shooting it for quite some time. It doesn't move. It still feels really nice. I know some people were asking me, what does it feel like? Is it a stiff string? Is it a spongy string? How does it shoot? Personally, from me, when I shoot it, I feel like it is a little spongy. You can feel. I've shot strings that are very, I guess, not stretchy, and you can feel the harshness, and you can feel the harshness of the string slapping really hard on your limbs, and it's always like, I don't know if that's the best thing. Again, some of those materials people stopped using because they were seriously messing up some limbs. That is not this material. That is not this string. It feels really good. Really does remind me to a degree of like 8125 or a Fast Flight. It is their own blend. They got a proprietary blend that they worked with BCY. All that information is on their website, but the string feels good. The string feels real good. So I guess this is the part where we'll get into some of your questions, and I'll probably just wrap it up with any final thoughts I have, and if I'm actually going to be shooting this string or not, because it is important. I can test things, and then sometimes it's like, it's good, but then it's it's not bad, but I'll let you know. First, let's get through some questions. There's not a lot here. Most of these you can find answers to on the website. People were asking me about the the materials and things like that. It's made out of a blend of SK75 and SK99 Dyneema, and they're going through BCY. BCY is, from my understanding, the biggest, or if not very close to being the biggest fibers manufacturer for the archery industry. I'm pretty sure they make the fibers for most of the bows you see out there, especially for compound. All of those factory ones, when you're buying, all the name brand companies, they're getting all of their fibers from BCY, from my understanding. Obviously I don't know the details, but that is my understanding, and they're very BCY is very well versed in this, so I could see the pair up between Gas bowstrings and them being a good combo. If Gas had come up with this completely on their own, it could still be good. I'm not saying it wouldn't be, but it's always good to have a professional that's got decades and decades of experience to help you out. Other than that, some people were asking me if they're going to have spools of this available. I asked, and they said no, which honestly makes a lot of sense. That was my assumption before I asked Gas about this, and I could understand how you put all this time into making a proprietary blend to just offer it kind of at more of a wholesale price is kind of counterproductive to all the effort you put in and all the testing you put in to try to like figure out a good combination of fibers and materials to get the kind of performance that they're looking for. They're saying on their website, it's supposed to be a quick but very well balanced string. I say it's pretty good. When I switch from it to a custom string I have from somebody else, I don't notice really a difference in like my sight setting. Like I put this Recurve Plus bowstring on at 70 meters, strung it up, and went and shot. And I did not change my sight setting. We didn't go try it at 18 first. It just put arrows in the middle of the target, just like the other one. So there's no massive performance loss. It seems to be a good material. They do get into how kind of how they make it on their end, how the string is made and stuff. Some of that is going to be their own little secret sauce too. I can understand how they're not going to give it all away, but they have that information. Other than that, some people were asking me if they do stretch the strings. I'm pretty sure it's pretty clear that they are pre-stretching all of these strings before they go out. I should have gotten a lot more stretch in this string if it wasn't pre-stretched before they shipped it. And it's not like they pre-stretched it for me because, as I said in the beginning, I just kind of like walked up to them and was like, "Hey, Anthony here from Sure Shot Archery. I've had a lot of people ask about your strings. I would really like to test one out." And they went, "Sure," and went and pulled one off the rack. So it's not like they knew I was going to be asking them. So it was a surprise for them. Therefore, I would say that you can expect the string to come the same exact way for you because I didn't get anything special. Now, with all that out of the way and the hammering still going on in the background, will I be shooting this string for the outdoor season? It's March now. Arizona Cup is coming in April, and then the whole rest of the USAT circuit, including the Olympics, which I'll be viewing. I will not be participating because I got knocked out already. But thus is life. But I will still be doing the whole United States archery team circuit, and I will be shooting this string. It may be my backup string. I'm kind of up in the air. This other string that I have is not bad, and that's nothing against Gas. They make a great string, and I would highly recommend it for anybody who doesn't want to go down the path of figuring out how to make your own strings and make them reliably and consistently. You just want to shoot arrows and not spend hours putting together strings and then trying to make another identical string. Just buy a Gas bowstring. I would recommend it for that. I would recommend it for anybody that wants a nice consistent backup string or two consistent strings, the one that's always on their bow that they're shooting, and their replacement string. It's a good string. You could probably make a better one if you make your own, but you're going to also have to invest the time, energy, and everything else, and all the little testing on your own part to make it better because you're making it more customized for you. So with that, I do recommend it, and I think for the majority of archers, I think it's a really good angle, especially compared to my experiences with other manufactured strings that I paid the same, well, I didn't pay for this one, but I paid $60 or more for custom-made strings from companies, and they do not perform as well as these. And this was 10, 15 years ago, and they were still charging over $60 then. So to me, $60 for a string, or give or take, that's about the price range, is pretty reasonable. And you could get yourself two reliable strings for say sub $150. Not bad at all. Definitely check out pricing and everything else because I'm sure things like that can fluctuate. And check out Gas's website. I'll have Gas Bowstring's website in the description down below. And other than that, I'm going to get back to shooting. It's a beautiful day here. We don't get those too often in March, so As always, thank you for watching. You can leave questions down below. I'll answer what I can answer. And as always, happy shooting, and I'll see you guys in the next video.